In an earlier video, we looked at removing columns and removing rows. Now I want to look at the fact that we can rename these columns. So for example, this first column has got a very odd name. So I'm going to click the column heading, and I like to just press F2. The function key F2 I find is the quickest way to allow me to rename a column heading. But be aware that if you're not a shortcut key person, you could right click and say that you wanted to rename the column just using this rename option, and that would do it as well. Having renamed this column, I now want to look at renaming queries. We've got a query here called Sales 2021, and I want to rename this query Sales 2019 to 2021. We could click over here and we could change the name in here, 2019 to 2021, and as soon as I press enter, you see that change occur in this list. So renaming a query can be done in the query settings and particularly the properties. But now I also want to rename the orders query. So we've got an orders query here that I want to call orders 1997 to 2000. I could right click and I could rename, or I'm going to go back to my favorite shortcut key, which is F2. And F2 allows me to rename a column or a query or whatever I happen to be seated on. And so I've renamed that particular query. Now I'm going to click on Orders 2, press F2, and take off the last 4 characters. I'd also like to delete some of these queries. So for example, customers I don't need to keep. I could right click and I could delete. I could hit the delete key and delete. So I'm going to just click on customers and press the delete key. Do you want to delete customers? Yes, I do. So I click the delete button. That means I can now click on customers 2, press F2 and rename customers 2, just customers. Because you can't have 2 queries with the same name.